In 1957, the Brown versus Board of Education court case ruled that segregation in our schools was unconstitutional. A shocking number of only 1% of black students in 1963 actually attended desegregated schools. In society today, we cannot imagine not going to school with our peers solely based on race, and I think that this highlights the growth that we've made as a society today and also how important these court cases were for our history and society. While researching this court case, I read many books and articles about not only the court case, but also the experiences that people had that went to the court case. First off, I'm going to introduce the background of the court case, and then I'll get into the effect that it had on history today. So now that you know the layout of the speech, let's jump into the first body. Brown versus Charleston School District was started on August 5th and it ended on August 23rd, 1963. The court ruled that segregated schools in Charleston was unconstitutional. Before this court case, race was the deciding factor in which school the black children would attend. The case was brought by 13 black children and their families. I found this on Law Justia, which listed all of the information about the court case. These children found the courage to fight for their right to attend the school that was best fit for them, no matter their race. Another problem with the schools in Charleston being segregated was that they could not attend the closest school to them if it was a white school. Instead, they'd have to ride the bus over a district or they'd have to walk, which was not fair to them. Charleston did not put on an easy fight, nor did they cooperate with Brown versus Board of Education in 1957. It took until 1963 for them to actually desegregate their schools. In 1963, an elementary in Charleston was closed. Charleston Board drew unconstitutional new district lines solely based on race to keep the black children out of the white schools. They also would decline the request of black children that wanted to move into the white schools because of the convenience and how close it was to their house. This was a main factor in why the court case was brought to court, because the black families knew that they deserved justice and they would not get it without a proper court case. On August 23rd, the court ruled segregation of schools was unconstitutional, along with the district lines drawn solely based on race in Charleston. This was ruled 30 years before our Supreme Court case ruled that district lines could not be drawn based off race in a court case called Shaw versus Reno. I also feel like this is an important point because it highlights the fact that this case was before its time and it impacted our history more than just in desegregation. So this court case impacted our society today because it created a domino effect among the other southern states that were resistant to change. For example, Georgia, Louisiana, and Mississippi all desegregated their schools after South Carolina did. The courage that this court case gave other black communities was evident in the court cases that they brought to the other southern states. It also spotlighted an activist, Millicent Brown, which is one of 13, who spoke up in the court case. Today, she preserves the first children of the desegregated schools. They're the first black children to attend white schools. And I found this in The Voice in the Dark, a journal written by someone that worked close to her. In summary, Brown versus Charleston School District was a stepping stone in desegregation, and it heavily impacted the society today and our equalness that we have today. In this speech, I discussed the background effects and the spotlight that it put on Millicent Brown. Next time that a big breakthrough is discovered, remember to think of the small stepping stones that it took to get there. Thank you.